Input and output functions in C. In this section we will see two major input and output functions, the scanf and printf. Scanf. It is used to read data from a standard input device like a keyboard. This function is defined in stdio.h library, so we have to include this library while we use scanf function. Syntax is scanf within brackets and within quotes format specifiers, comma, argument list. The format specifiers are used for specifying the data type of value to be read from the keyboard. So the data types can be character, integer, float, double or string. These are the basic types, and correspondingly we have the format specifiers %C, %D, %F, %LF and %S. Some other derived type of format specifiers are also there that we will see later. The argument list. It is a list of address locations to which the data from the input device need to be stored. So it is a list of locations to which our data input need to be stored. Printf. Printf is used to display formatted data on a standard output device like a LCD screen. This function is defined in stdio.h library. The format is like printf within brackets, within double quotes, format specifiers or strings, comma, argument list. The format specifiers are similar to what we have seen in scanf. This specifies the type of data that we need to print. The common format specifiers are the same: %C for character, %D for integer, %F for float, %LF for double and %S for string. Strings. Any combination of strings and escape sequences can be given within double quotes to display on the screen. We can have any combination of strings or escape sequences within the double quotes to be printed on the screen. The escape sequences are actually blank spaces, white spaces, and it includes /b for blank space, /n for new line, /t for horizontal tab, /v for vertical tab, /r for carriage return, /f for form feed, /0 for null. All these are backslashes. All these use a backslash followed by a character. Argument list. The list of values to display are given in the argument list. We can give the values, constants there, some variables there, arrays, anything can be given as the argument list, and the corresponding format specifier also should be specified in the format specifier field. We shall see the examples of usage of printf and scanf functions. This is an example for printf and scanf. We have to include the stdio.h library for both of these functions. For example, we are giving declaring three variables: float x is equal to 10.5, int num and char ch. Value of x is initialized and these two variables are just declared. First, I am printing a line with the use of printf function. So first it will print this is printed. This is printed. We can see the output. This is printed. This portion is actually printed first. The second printf function is this is printed along with the previous line. So this much string will be printed along with the previous line because there is no escape sequence after the first printf function. So this will be attached to, this will be the continuation of the previous line. So we can see here this is the continuation of the previous line. So this is printed and this is printed along with the previous line. So these are using two printf functions without any new line characters. So to introduce a new line and to print something on the new line, we have to use the /n function, /n escape sequence. So here we are using the escape sequence /n to print in a new line. So after that, whatever we have written will be printed in the new line. So this line will be printed in the new line. This is printed in new line as new line escape sequence is used. You can see this is the line. So this part is the string and this part is the new line escape sequence to introduce a new line. And after that I am using a /n and /t, /n for new line and /t for a tab. So this will be printed in the new line after a tab. So we can see the result. This is printed in a new line and after a tab as new line and new tab are used. Let's check the output. In the output you can see this is printed on a new line after a tab as new line and new tab are used. This is a new line and this much area is the tab space. Next I am printing in a new line /n, printing the constant %d using format specifier, 25. So I would like to print the value 25 in this place. So what I will do is, corresponding to this 25, the format specifier will be put within the strings. That is, this %d will be replaced by the actual value. It is an integer value, that's why we have given the %d there. That means it will printing the constant 25 using format specifier. So whatever we need to print within this string, we can give the corresponding format specifier and list the values after the comma. We shall see the output. Printing the constant 25 using format specifier. %d is the format specifier to print the integer value 25. Next, a printf is used for printing the value of a variable. Value of variable x is equal to, the actual value of x is 10.5 and it is a floating point type. So we are using %f there to print the value. That means this %f will be replaced by the value of 25. Value of 25 x is 10.5. So the %f will be replaced by this, the value of x. So it will print value of variable x is equal to 10.5 printed using format specifiers. Next we are going to scan some data from the keyboard using the scanf function. But before using a scanf, we normally use a printf for prompting the user to enter the data. So first I am using a printf in which I am writing enter an integer value. Then only the user will know he need to enter some values. Next I am using the scanf function. The scanf function, first we will give the format specifier followed by the address of the location to which we need to store. So we are using this variable num, and the value read from the keyboard will be stored in the address of this variable. So address of the variable can be found using ampersand operator. So ampersand num will point to the address of num. So the type of data that we are going to scan is an integer type data. So that integer data will be read and stored in the location specified by this address ampersand num. So in the output section we will see the prompt is enter an integer value. No new line characters are given, so the cursor will be blinking here to enter the data. So this is the data that I have entered 5. So that 5 will be stored in the location of num. So after this, the value of num will be equal to, after executing that line, the value of num will be equal to 5. Okay. Now I am going to scan a real number and a character. So in a single scanf, I am going to read a real number and a character. So the printf prompt is enter a real number and a character. You can write whatever you like in your way to give a prompt. The scanf function is, here we are reading two values. One is a real number and a second one is a character. So first we have to give %f, then second we need to give %c. So in this area %f, it will be scanning a real value and it will store it in the location of the real number. So x is our real number, the floating point number. So ampersand x is used for pointing to its location. So after writing this, actually the real number that is entered from the keyboard will be stored in the location specified by ampersand x. And next we have given %c to enter the character. So that character will be stored in the next parameter in the list, that is ampersand ch, which is the location of the character variable ch. So this is stored in this location. The value, the character read from the keyboard will be stored in this location. So we have to give in the order itself, that is first the real value, then the character value. If we are giving in the other way, that is first if we are giving %c and second we are giving %f, then we have to enter accordingly. In that case, ch must be at the first and ampersand x at the second position. So in which way we are giving here, we have to give the parameter list here. The output is enter a real number and a character. I have given a slash in there, so it will prompt us to enter the real number. So real number I have given is 7.894 and the character is G. Next I am going to print the values of num, ch and x. So to print this I am giving the strings num equal to %d, ch is equal to %c, x is equal to %f, and these three are separated by the new line characters, and corresponding to each variables I am giving its format specifier. %d for number, %c for the character ch, and %f for the real number x. So when we print, this portion will be actually replaced by the corresponding variable values from this list. That is %d replaced by num value, %c replaced by ch value, %f replaced by x value. You can see in the result the three values: num equal to 5, ch equal to g, and x is equal to 7.894.